Well, it is that time again, everybody. Hope you are doing well. My name is Bird Dog John, and I am back in action.
In those scenarios, it's good to normalize the cameras. You guys know that best.
Very straightforward. Plug it in, go to the web UI, link the source, walk away. Like super simple. I keep looking over at the chat, and I keep seeing you are full of it. Tasty, spicy meat snacks. Covered in flavor. I mean, you can't go wrong. So what's going on? We've got a hand. How are you? Appreciate it. Hey, Robbie, how's it going, man? You're just talking about you. What's going on, Tom? Ahoy. How is it going? What's going on, Go Web? Good to see you again. Thanks for hanging out with us again today. Appreciate that. I feel like I'm in this video more than anyone but John. It's true, NetApp. You are, I'm going to cut this up and put this in the next intro. Hey, what's happening, everybody? More technical difficulties. Always fun. Hey, everybody. I am Bird Dog John, and I'm getting a peaking issue this morning. Lots of peaking, and it's StreamYard today. StreamYard is the problem. Fantastic. So let's check out what is going on. Wow. Why? I know why. So let's try this and see what this sounds like. Man, you can't cut a break. All right. So much better. Hey everyone, hopefully you're doing well. Thanks for coming along to this little hodgepodge of a show. And I'm listening to it here on YouTube. Are no longer peaking, so that's good. That's an interesting find. Turns out, all right, so I've had a little workflow change, and of course that's when things always go wrong, right? Because you don't think it through all the way. And today's been a little bit of a scatterbrained morning because my schedule is just booked from top to bottom. So today's show will be we started a little bit late, but I have to end on time, right? So that's the plan there. So here's what I changed real quick, just so that you guys know how this workflow works. I decided that I'm no longer going to, I decided I wanted to try to use the Stream Dudes machine as the thing that also talks to StreamYard. Okay, two different things. So the service that I use to go up to YouTube, Facebook, all those places, that is StreamYard, and works pretty well. It gives me the opportunity, by the way, to do things like this, which vMix would do, obviously, but also, bring people in fairly straightforward, really easy user interface. Not a huge fan of vMix Caller, and this seems to be a higher quality than that. So I like it for that purpose. I don't need StreamYard for much else. There are the occasional issues where I'm having issues with vMix, and I can run a bumper video or something inside StreamYard as like a backup to the backup plan. So that's always nice. But I don't use it for pretty much, the only thing I use in StreamYard now, feature other than sending it to multiple locations, is the little QR code thing right here. And that is a legit QR code for if you want to join our heat map situation. And so that is right here. And this is the heat map of all of you guys watching the show. And the only someone that has checked in so far is Auburn, New Hampshire. So I really appreciate that. Thanks for coming along. But that's, and there's Angus hanging out in Edmonton. You can always count on that dot usually. So interesting development, though, that one of the reason why I changed it is because I wanted to output 2160p from vMix. I wanted to do the 4K version of vMix, right? So this is a 2160p image at 30 frames, and it's going into StreamYard, and then StreamYard is taking that signal and producing a 1080 signal. And one of the reasons I wanted to do this change was because somebody on YouTube observed that, hey, your videos look really soft. And I believe it's because the tutorial that I did, the vMix overhaul tutorial that I did last Thursday, I think the reason why it looks soft is because it's a render of a live stream, essentially. So I was outputting 1080p 30 to StreamYard, and then StreamYard was sending that to the individual places, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. And then YouTube was compressing that for a live stream. And then I would edit the piece that I did as like the tutorial, and it would re-render that. And so the re-render of that looks softer than the live stream, which looks a whole lot softer than what I'm sending here right now. Now I'm watching it on YouTube as a monitor, okay? And when I pull up the quality and I say higher picture quality, it looks okay. It doesn't look as sharp as it does as the vMix output, and certainly doesn't look as sharp as it does inside StreamYard. And so I'm wondering where the degrading of the image is happening. And I wonder if YouTube still looks soft. And perhaps the next thing I should do is see how to integrate vMix directly with um, vMix directly with my social media platforms. If it can do all of those, then I could eliminate StreamYard entirely and perhaps send a better image, overall image, to each of those platforms. But I prefer actually to offload that job to a third party piece like StreamYard, because then they're responsible for those connections. Anybody can have issues, sending something to a platform, and StreamYard is no exception, but it's on them to fix it, not on me. So I would rather have a service that if LinkedIn goes down, I still have Facebook and YouTube. If Facebook goes down, I still have LinkedIn and YouTube, and so on and so forth. It's pretty rare that there's ever a YouTube problem, mind you. So yeah, there you go. And as for the QR code, you can generate that pretty easily with vMix. Oh, I should also say the other feature I use in StreamYard is to pull up your comments like this. And I love that about StreamYard. I really like that I can show those on screen. And I know that vMix Socials can do that. That same function, because Tom Sinclair uses that on his show at easternshorebroadcasting.com of the Streaming Idiots. He brings those in all the time that way. I don't particularly like the formatting, but I'm sure that's something that you can change. vMix Social is fairly powerful, though I have limited experience. What's going on, Angus? Good morning. Hello, Tushar. How are you? Hopefully you are well. Thanks for joining us over there on LinkedIn. As per usual, the timing that just doesn't work out. I've got a P200 booking this afternoon, and my replacement 200 should be delivered while I'm out using the not too functional one. Oh, bummer. I want to try a PTZ camera. Do Bird Dogs provide trial units for live production companies? No, but you can rent one if you want from a place like lensrentals.com. So we don't have trial units or demo units that we send out to companies. We send them to distributors to see the product so they will sell it. We don't have trial units for customers. And so you'll have to rent one from Lens Rentals or a similar rental type of company if you want to just try one out and see how it works before you buy it. Okay, so yeah, back to the kind of overall softness of the image inside of YouTube. Now, I'm watching it on my iPad, which is an OLED screen and a fairly high resolution OLED screen, and I am sending a 1080p signal to YouTube. So I thought I would up it on the output. I'm pulling it up on YouTube on the Stream Dudes machine, and I think it still looks soft. So I haven't really fixed it. I suspect what it is the compression that's happening between StreamYard and those other platforms. And a great example of this is why I think this is because we had a report from somebody on Facebook saying, hey, that QR code is too like fuzzy on Facebook to be usable. And so it's obviously doing something when it sends to Facebook. We're losing a lot of quality, even though I'm producing this basically as vMix output 4K, and then it's really high detail in vMix. Like the image here is not fuzzy at all. It's high detail in vMix, but then I'm losing something on the way out. The other thing I've noticed here in vMix since moving to a 4K output is that all of my previews for all of my my outputs that I did last week are dropping frames. I don't see frame drops in the program window. And the Stream Dude's machine that I'm using is not the CPU is not screaming like it normally does um when you overload it. I can hear the fans running, but in terms of I'm only using 35% of the CPU, 44% of the memory. And obviously I've got multiple NIC connections, fiber and copper to do the other networking functions, and so even that's load balanced really well. But I am dropping frames on all the inputs, and I don't know what the deal is with that, why that's happening, and it's probably just because we're doing more on the output. I've also changed. Okay, so here is the P110. I've also changed, and this, I'm dropping frames in that preview too, but not on the actual camera itself, right? So that's nice and clean, but the preview is not keeping up. It's clearly dialed back on the frames. So it's a very interesting development in terms of how that actually works. But yeah. Hey, thanks for the info. But is the rental service available in India? No, Lens Rentals does not operate. Sorry, I meant like a service like lensrentals.com. There are distributors that would probably invite you to come and check it out, but in terms of you getting it and using it, and the issue is that really the units, you need to have like proper network infrastructure and everything good to go before you really get into the NDI realm. And if you don't have a proper network infrastructure and you don't understand how the cameras are connected and the workflow for them, then we see a lot of cameras come back in damaged or misconfiguration. So where you lock them up because you put the wrong network settings in or something, or you tried to go static and you really should be running DHCP and all that stuff, right? So we see that all the time. We get a lot of cameras here from rental services where it's like, we can't see this camera anymore, and we get it in and it's all jacked up. The customers clicked every button they could possibly think of and then sent it back to the rental saying, I want my money back. This thing doesn't work. It's like, no, it works. You basically made it not work and then claimed, oh, I want a refund because the product doesn't work. No, it definitely works. You just don't know what you're doing. So that's a lot of the reason why distributors will invite you to come and see the product and explain to you how it works. In India, there's a company called CDMTS or CDM Technologies, Technology Systems. CDM, they're our distributor in India. Fantastic group of individuals over there, really great with the area, understand the clientele really well. CDM, I think it's cdm.com is their website. CDM Technology. CDM Technology, they are not cdmtechnology.com. Let's put it in India. CDM Technologies and Solutions, cdmts.com. That is our distributor. Yes, these are our distributors. Really great team over there. They have lots of a wide range of products that they offer, but they are the Bird Dog representative in India. So cdmts.com is the distributor, and they would be the guys to get in touch with if you'd like to see a demo. They might even have demo units. Traditionally, we don't hand out demo units to clients, but it's always a possibility, I guess. I don't know what their policy is specifically, so check them out. See if that helps. Morning, John. I am with you until 9 a.m. Call with Netgear Pro AV, the two 4350s in our fleet. Uh-oh, what's going on? What's going on, MTash? Good to see you again. Hey, Facebook is brutal to streams. The QR code is also crazy, ridiculously dense. A larger image would be really useful. So then that is the advocacy for making the QR code inside vMix, because I could make it a larger size. And I have 3 overlay options. And so this is overlay 3. I don't really need this to be overlay 3. So that's something we could do, Angus, is, let's talk about the QR code. Let's find out, do I even have it on this machine? It should be here because I have all my files kind of stored locally and then in the cloud as well as like a backup. So let's go to this and see. Here's the QR code picture. It's not quite as fancy as the one. Put it on the other screen. It's not quite as fancy. But does it take you to the Google Doc? It does. So I have a QR code here, and yeah, we could definitely do that. So giddy up, good call. I appreciate the feedback, guys. Look, this show is about making it accessible for you as much as it is for me having fun. So if it's not working, tell me. If the QR code's too small, say something, right? And Angus is always a helpful person to have around. So we take his words seriously. All right, so I'm going to close this little project, little ticker project that I had because I don't think that is super duper helpful. And I'm going to make this an input. So I want to say create blank. And then I'm going to create a layer. And we're going to say like this. I know you guys can't see this. I'm going to create this layer. Number 2, I'm going to have as, oh, I'm going to need to import this, I guess, hey? So, where do I want to put that? Oh, I know what I could do. I know what I could do. Okay. Add input. We're going to add an image. I'm going to browse and go to my files. It's here at the bottom. Open. And I'm going to say OK. And then I am going to edit this. Why is this sitting on 2? Okay, main. I'm going to just make this a little bit less dense, and then I'm going to position it in the same place um, where the other one is. Wow, it's like huge though. I hope. Okay, so like that. And then I'm going to make this number 3. Whoa, that's humongous. Let me kill the other one real quick. Is that big enough for you, Angus? That thing is humongous. Awesome. So that's overlay 3 now? So now if I look on YouTube, yep, I can definitely pull that up easy peasy. Let's see. Oh, come on. I want to be able to like pull it up. Yeah. QR code scanner. Open in Safari. Ugh, Safari. Okay, so it's here. Yeah, so that is ridiculously huge. But hey, at least it's so this, well, I don't know. I don't know if I should put it on a timer or not, but the is it fade on and off? What? Get out of here. Okay, so I don't want this to be 3. I want this to be 3. And then if I what is it? Why is it doing that? Turn that off. Stop it. All right, so I'm going to change this because clearly it's being called as number 3. And I want this QR code to be overlay 3, right? So if I click this now, oh, you know why though? Yeah, I think I know why. Because the companion app that we had been working on last week is calling overlay 3, program overlay 3, input 33, and it's supposed to be input 39. Ah, that's why. So it's a companion thing. All right, I can explain this. Should you want me to? Input 39, overlay 3. Okay, cool. So now, last week, I was editing my X keys to work with a companion integration, so vmix and P200 essentially. And I was putting in the overlays while I numbered it. And so then whenever I was hitting overlay 3, which I could show you here, whenever I was hitting overlay 3, it was firing input 33, which is the timer, or is the time, actually, the little time code thing I have going. But now I've put in, no, don't fire overlay 39 or 33, fire overlay 39. So now the QR code shows up. So now I can turn that on and off, and that works pretty well. So, okay, now let's see what you guys think of that. There are some comments. If you use the title designer, you can just set the QR code's URL in the title editor instead of vmix. I've actually done it on the fly during a virtual event. The client forgot to add a QR code in their slides. Oh, nice. Well, I won't have to full size the screen anymore to scan that. it's a doozy. That is huge. Much easier to scan. It's like a fifth of the screen. That is huge. You could probably scale at half that size and still get a good result. Okay, so now that's the question: is how humongous should this be? So we can say position, and we could zoom it down a little bit to make it a little more palatable. There we go. Maybe dial it just a smidge. Make it kind of even in the corner. Okay. So now does that work? See, because where is the question is Facebook, right? So I'm gonna jump over to my Facebook account, and it says that I'm live, and I'm gonna open this up. There I am. And then and this is full screen, so that may be cheating. There we go, because it did scan it right away at full screen. So now if I go just in the browser, let's look in the browser. Why isn't it pulling it up in the browser? No, don't. Okay. So play. Why won't you play? I just. I don't understand. I can't not play it full screen on Facebook. Ugh. All right. Well, anyways, is that scannable from where you be at? That's the question. That is the question. Because if not, then that's no good. So let's go here, go back to live. Now my iPad. What? Oh man, that even worked. That's impressive. So it's quite small because in the iPad you have the chat window and you have the information about the show underneath. So that worked, even though those dots are pretty small. That's surprising, actually. So yeah. So now let's go back and see. Let's see what you think of that. Could you put the link in the overview for people who can't use the QR code? It's an exclusive club. Never. I could put it in the overview, I guess. I'd have to edit it every time. I mean, I have a permalink, I guess, that we could use. But where is it here? Let me look. Because I need to share chart, essentially. Oh, and not this. I need to share the survey, right? That's what you want to see. So if I say send, link, shorten URL, copy. Yeah. So then over on the YouTubes, I could go to. Wait, why doesn't it say I'm live? This is my channel. It should say that I'm live and show me my live channel. I don't understand that. Man, YouTube, get it together, man. It says I can go live, but it doesn't say I can do anything about that. So what I'll do is I'll dump it in the chat for those of you who don't have access. And this will go up on Twitch and YouTube on the YouTube sites that I've got. So if you're watching on birddogjohn.tv, which is the place to be, another QR code, birddogjohn.tv, that is where everything I do on this support show shows up there. And you'll see in the chat there that link. But feel free to subscribe to birddogjohn.tv if you are so inclined to participate in such things. That's pretty good for me. I scan it on YouTube without going full screen. Could maybe be a tiny bit bigger. Oh, picky. It's fine. This is what we're doing. This is why we're doing it. So a tiny bit bigger is like this maybe. And then let's get it one. Dial that in as best we can and as evenly as we can. There. Kind of like that. That's probably obnoxiously big enough, I think. Yeah. I mean, I really don't care, obviously, as long as it's not obstructing, you being able to see the actual show. I think it's a big QR code. You should make it so big that you can put your face in the middle of this. Make like a QR code that has like a circle cutout in the middle, and then just put my face in the middle. Shrink everything down so that it's just like Bird Dog John's face inside of QR code. I could technically do that as is, but that seems a little ridiculous. NetHab, my goodness, how preposterous! But it's nice that you don't have to go full screen. Anyways, keep telling me if it's too big, too small, because it's helpful. It really is. All right, so the playlist is underway, as you've noticed, and I don't see the QR code obstructing that too badly. I will stop the playlist briefly and pull up the this one. Yeah, this one. So hey, here is the whole point of this, folks, is scan that QR code and it'll ask you two simple questions. The first is, what country are you in? And what's the closest city to you? So I'm not asking for like your street address, because it's a picture of the globe. It's not that it's not that granular. And I don't collect emails, or I don't technically even know who submits it, other than I know Angus lives in Edmonton. So he is usually the dot that's around Edmonton. But it'll say, what's your closest city? And if you fill out those two questions and hit submit, it will put a pin on the map. And then we'll be able to see kind of where people are watching from. So it's always fun to kind of gather that data every show and include that as part of a thing. And that's what the QR code is for. So I can make a more engaging QR code, I suppose. But that's what it's for. So good stuff. And man, I really like using the X keys in this configuration. Now, I have been given, as far as I can tell, as a gift, a copy of Central Control. And so that's the next thing I want to try out. I want to like try and integrate that and see. I know that Central Control also has like a bunch of modular items that give you the ability to integrate X keys with vMix and so on, and cameras and teleprompters and a whole bunch of stuff. And so it's The problem I have with it is there's so much to do. It's like Bird Dog Cloud. There's so many options that it's hard to know where to start. So I have used it briefly as an NDI teleprompter because Central Control has the option to output whatever it is that you're producing as an NDI feed. And so you can link the NDI out module with the teleprompter and create an NDI teleprompter essentially. And then the TelScript unit that I'm using, that I have right here, and that you could see on this shot, see the teleprompter right here? That has a screen that you could use as a way to run a script. So if I wanted to, for example, make a video where I had it scripted and I wasn't doing all the ums and ahs and fumbling and the things that make this show authentic. If I wanted to do that, then I have that ability, which is super nice. And we're in the business of making videos because cameras is one of our major industries. So we're in the business of doing that anyways. So now it's nice to kind of have that luxury and to do that. I just noticed that, okay, so you can see my softbox in that last shot and the QR code is white. The border is white. And so that doesn't really work too well. So let's customize that a little bit and see if there is a way to put like a border or something around the photo. Because we kind of need to do that. If we add effect, no. If we layer, no, that's not it. Triggers, tallies, PDZs, advanced colors. I don't see a way to add a border necessarily. Not to say it can't be done, but it doesn't appear to be an option. So I may have to build it, which is fine. That's fine. But anyways, that is now overlay 3. And so I don't even have to use that inside of StreamYard anymore. I can throw a nice big QR code up, which I had before. It was just kind of nice. Oh, you know what? You know what? I actually think I may have the file for large icons. I may actually have the file for that other QR code that I uploaded. It might be on a different machine, or it might be online. Maybe that's where I stored it. Because I uploaded at some point to StreamYard, and I kind of like that one better. I don't like this one that's on the screen right now. Let's see if I can pull up that file, and of course, OneDrive is going to freak out because I have multiple accounts. Okay, here we go. Stream live, and I want to see tiles so I can just see what it is that I've got here. Images, Twitch files. Okay, so this QR code is here, but not the other one. Twitch files, images, maybe? No. All right, well, I will find it because it has a nice little like border and a little thing that says like, where are you on it, right? So it kind of gives an idea as to what it is. Music, images. Yeah, so I don't see it sitting in here anywhere. I wonder where I had that. I bet you I could find it if I really invested time in it, but it's kind of boring watching a live stream where a guy's looking through his like file repositories. So Central Control is so good. What's your favorite thing about it, Angus? I'm very curious. You've said this before. What is like your number one feature you just like love that software for? How to what's going on? How to configure P4K keyboard to go to a 1 gig switch. My IT team says that the Bird Dogs are limited to 100 megs, but we are on a 1 gig switch. So the keyboard is a 10100 NIC, but the camera is a 1 gig. So if you plug in the P4K, because you're going to need 100 for HD, you're going to need 140 megs, and for Bird Dog 4K, you're going to need about 200 megs. So the port on the back of the P4K is a 1 gig port, guaranteed. The keyboard is a 10100, but it's not doing video. It's only doing metadata, so that's like 2 megs or something like that. So, and the way that you configure it is you follow the Bird Dog network guidelines. I want to say that as crystal clear as I possibly can. Your network needs to adhere to the NDI guidelines and the ones set forth by Bird Dog in particular, because our products need to have a proper NDI network. So please follow those. They've been in the wild for a very long time, but if you don't know, you can either go to my knowledge database and find them on the Bird Dog website, or you can email help@birddog.tv. And I have 3 agents there that will gladly give you the networking guidelines for NDI transport. This has become quite an interesting development over the past 5 years, because it used to be that we didn't say anything about networking guidelines, and now it's like, you need to know this. This is a really important stuff. And so if you're having trouble getting a keyboard talking to a Bird Dog camera, there are specific things that keyboard need. For example, DHCP, because you need an MDNS, because you need a default gateway. And if you're setting all those things up manually, then you also have to have a discovery server if you're doing this on static. And it becomes very, I won't say complicated, I'll say manually demanding. Whereas if you have a proper DHCP network for your NDI VLAN, and you plug those things in and they acquire IP addresses, you're way ahead of you're way ahead of it working correctly. And I know that IT departments will come back and say, yeah, but we don't want the IP to change over. Any IT guy worth his salt will not say those things, because he knows of the existence of a DHCP reservation list. So only what I have found is that people in the networking realm who think that static IPs are required because then the IPs don't change genuinely don't know about modern networks, because DHCP whitelisting and DHCP reservation lists are a thing that's been around for ages, and they are integrated in the lifeblood of how modern networks work. And so you just say, well, we just use a DHCP reservation list to assign a MAC address to an IP address, and then it will never change and it will never get assigned. If you assign static IP addresses, for example, on a DHCP network, the DHCP doesn't know that that node has a static IP address, and that it will ask for that one all the time. And so you're going to get IP conflicts. I mean, it's a very common issue that happens a lot, that people don't realize that IP conflicts are loops. They're essentially, it's a paradox in an it's a paradox in an IP-based infrastructure, which means that a paradox basically causes fatal errors. Don't use them. Use DHCP reservation lists, use proper DHCP NDI networks, and do yourself a massive favor by setting it up properly. And so DHCP reservation lists, you're required to have an MDNS, you're required to have a default gateway, okay, in order for keyboard to even work. So that's a big one. Now the keyboard is a 10100 port, and the P4K is 100% a gig port. If it's reporting as 10100, check your cabling, check your switch, make sure that it's not set to half duplex, make sure it's not set to 10100. Force it if you have to. Don't auto negotiate. Force it to 1 gig if you have to. And if it's still reporting in at that, you may have an issue with the network card on the P4K, but that's really unlikely. That's a fault we have seen, but it's not common. So there you go. The ability to control multiple pieces of software with a single controller, and for that matter, share triggers between software and hardware. See, that's kind of what I'm enjoying about Companion right now, is that I am... Sorry, I got distracted. I am really enjoying the cross integration with multiple products to having it all like talk together and work together. It's a beautiful thing to kind of have it all, you know. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. had an interesting comment come in on Twitch. So that's not quite on topic. So we're gonna go over and monitor that. Let me just pull this up real quick while I'm here. Give me one quick second here. Just pull up my stream manager. Oh, and you know what? It's, of course, not going to show it to me because I'm late to the Twitch stuff. So there we go. Boop, boop, boop. Click here. Sorry, hold please. I really should be better about monitoring my stuff going on, but alas, I am not. Shoot. One moment. Sorry, I got a couple of fires that I just need to double check. Whoops. Okay. All right. I don't know why I didn't get the text message from Twitch. That's not good. Okay. I have my moderators, who are still my moderators over on Twitch, are handling things for me. So I appreciate that, guys. Thank you. All right. So, yeah. So to kind of just follow up with this comment, yeah, how to configure it to get it to work. I had a call the other day, not that the customer was using it in this capacity, but he thought he would test it this way, at least to like plug into like an encoder and a decoder directly with a piece of Ethernet cable. That's not, they're not point-to-point units. You can't just avoid the network, and you need to pay attention to the network specifically for that configuration. So, I know that there's not a lot on the box when you buy a BirdDog product about what's required for the network. That's kind of one of the points of this show, is to make sure that we talk about this stuff all the time, because I don't want anybody to be confused about what's required, because we get a lot of questions about, hey, I plug this thing in to my Linksys router and it's not working like you guys say it will. And honestly, there's no horsepower in that thing. So, you're going to need an actual network that can transport the amount of packets that we're demanding. And that's a very common thing. Good times, everybody. So what do we got over here on the map? That's the next thing I want to take a quick look at while the playlist is going. That looks awesome. Thank you guys for jumping on and checking in. That's what the QR code's for, by the way. So if you have a QR code, if you have a phone, you can scan the QR code and it will take you to a little thing that'll say, what's your city and what's the country you're in and what's the closest city you're to. And it'll put a pin on that city. And that's always fun to kind of see where you guys are checking in from. What do you mean that my WRT45GS from 97 isn't good enough? Oh, man. Some of the products that people use to like do high performance video, I'm like, are you serious right now? Like that thing is $35, not on sale. And I to be fair, it's not the customer's fault that we don't talk about what the network requirements are, but I'm talking about it now. So if you send me a thing to the help and say, well, I didn't hear, or nobody says anything about the network, it's like, I've been talking about this for almost 5 years. So the information is out there twice a week. I will reiterate this every show if I have to, but yes, we talk about the network stuff now because we want it to be successful for you. We want you to have a great experience with BirdDog stuff. And the network is the thing that transports it between point A and point B. So it has to be rock solid. Okay, you can't get away with being cheap and buying a piece of equipment that is should be ashamed of itself. Is really the way to put it. By the way, Ember mugs are out today. Today is Stanley mugs, brought to you by Stanley. Uh, keep your coffee warm all day with Stanley travel mugs. Uh, buy it for looks, buy it for life. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying, but I do like this one. It has a really nice mouthpiece on it. It has a good little like a solid like it kind of clicks into place. That's nice. So, and it holds about a half a pot of coffee. Most importantly, I can bring every drop of coffee that my wife doesn't take to work with me to work. So, always good. Always a good thing. You heard it here first, folks. John likes a good mouthpiece. Thanks for that, NetHab. Really appreciate it. I'm going to have to start reading your comments before I put them up on the screen. Hang on. NetHab said something. I need to read it first before I put it up here. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Good times, everybody. Good times. So, the question that I have is, where did that QR code go? I definitely want to find it because I have a tendency to put everything as like an online backup because I don't like a computer dying and then having to start over, right? So I try and put everything in as a backup online and also a local backup that I have, and that way, if one of them goes awry, I'm not completely up a creek. But if I just type this in, see what files come back. Ugh, yuck. I don't like that. Well, I don't. Whatever. It's fine. Just say my files. Ew. I'm gonna have to make one. Anybody have a favorite QR code generator site that's free? QR code generator. Why? Why did you? Well, here's one. I'm trying to find. I think this is the one that I used the last time. And if I go to the where are you from document and I say send, get link, copy, go to the generator, paste your website here. Okay. Boom. And then I add the scan me option. Can I change the can I change? Yeah, this one. No, I don't want that. Frame. How do I change the I don't think I can. I don't like that it says scan me. Can I edit that? I want to edit that. So this is not the website I used earlier. Let's try this one. Oh, this looks promising. I want to make a new so what I'm trying to do here, folks, is make a new QR code and convert, scan, generate. What options do I have here? Ooh, so fancy. All right, let's go with this one and create a dynamic QR code. No, I don't want to do that. But I can't edit it. I want to, again, that's not the one, I guess. What about Adobe? Ooh, Adobe has a free QR code generator. Let's go, Adobe Express. Let's go. Man, I've been so happy with them. Okay, style, dots, color, black, file format, Borders. Ah, I need it to be more than that though. I already have this. Bummer. Um, hey, thanks for the support. Also, I need to repair my Type 2 keyboard. I want to know what's the difference between Type 1, 2, 3, and is there a better one than another? No, so they're all the same. The difference between the models is basically just there's a different style joystick, I think, but they all have the exact same functionality. And so there's no difference in terms of one being better or worse. It's just making, there's I in the world of manufacturing, when things go out of stock, then you have to acquire a new part, basically, which is what that is. But the joystick has the exact same functionality across each. There's just a little different shape, is all it is. It's the exact same function. So there is not one better or worse. The A keyboards, I think, were all blue screens. The C keyboards are all green, and then I think B was like the transition from blue screen to green screen because we couldn't acquire the blue screens anymore. So that's the only difference. And that your repair on this, I'm assuming you're in Europe, given your name, but I could be wrong. If that's the case and it needs to be repaired, you should contact your distributor. If you're in Europe, and in particular the UK or surrounding European regions, with the exception of the DAC region, you would contact Holden or Midwich, which Holden Distributing, which is our representative there, and they actually have technicians that can help in that regard. Stellar group of people, by the way, and we love working with them. They're great. But if you're in Germany, if you're in the DAC region, then you're going to contact New Media, New Media Distributing. I'll double check. Have one of my guys over on Teams send me what that is. It's a brand new distributor that we just brought on, and they are kind of just getting up and running, but they're specifically serving that region. So it's not. This is simply not true. All our equipment is 1 gig. So either they have a cable problem or a negotiation issue. Oh, welcome, Josh. Josh has signed in here recently. I regularly use BitFocus Companion. I have also dabbled in Central Control for more complicated workflows. The later offers timeline-based macros. Oh, that's cool. QR code generator. Right click on Chrome share button at the bottom. Click create QR code. Okay, that would be great. I want this one. I can't remember where I made it, but this is the one that I want to make. Is with the green border. But thank you for that. That's very helpful that that's available. I started using timeline macros in Central Control. Definitely a fan. French Canadian here. Oh, French Canadian. Oh, okay. So you are going to get in touch with SFM. They are the Canadian distributor, sfm.ca. They're the Canadian distributor. Now, they don't do repairs, but they can help facilitate transport between Canada and the U.S., and Auburn Hills would be your repair facility. What's going on, Josh? Welcome to the show. A pleasure as always. Thanks for stopping by. Wakey out there on the West Coast. It's bright and early for you, is it not? It's probably what, 9 o'clock? All right, so back to my adventures of finding an adequate QR code generator. I'm trying to figure out which one I used to make the one I have. Data type, social medias, print it. It's so like, I'm annoyed that I can't find the one that I used. QR code monkey? Interesting. Go QR code for free. Let's say QR code generator with border. QR code, create your own custom QR codes, blah, 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 blah. Oh, that's an advertisement. Never mind. Ooh, didn't mean to click on that. Sign up for an account. Get an account. Get an account. Get an account. Don't you want an account? Get an account. Oh, gosh. Get off me. All right, let's try this. Frames, which is evidently new. Options. We want to, interesting. I kind of like the circle version. And then yes, frame. The phrase is, "Where are you from?" Um, the text is sans serif, monospace. They have 3 fonts to pick from, so sorry everybody. And the frame color, I want this to be. I can use a picker. Ooh, I can use a picker. That's fun. So I need bird dog green somewhere. Let's try this green. Say okay. Yeesh. Okay, so that's better. The font is terrible and not even adjustable. Ugh. All right, but it's not terrible. And I could add a logo, but I'm not going to because I feel like that. Yeah, you know what? Let's add a logo. Why not? Choose a file. And I need to probably re-download this unless it's in my downloads. Because I have the actual bird dog PNG file. Twitch files. John Live, where are you? Do I not have it? I don't have it. Bummer. All right, let me get it. I know where it's at. Bird dog icon right here. Download. Back to the generator. Choose a file. Icon. Bob's your uncle. That looks amazing. Download. Are you sure you want to create an account? You should create an account. You can generate unlimited if you create an account. Can I just download it instead? Can I just, be cheeky about this and they get you every time. Get you every time. Every time. I just want to download the PNG. It's going to make me. It's going to make me create an account. I hate that. Wait, I already did this. Get off me. Ugh. It's making me start over. I hate that so much. Oh, wait. And it saved all of it. Do I have more? Ooh, do I have more fonts? No? No. We put this up here. I hate sans serif. But the other option is serif. You couldn't adjust the font size by any chance? Lame. All right. Continue. Where's the download button, clown? Download. PNG. Let me do it. Okay, here we go. Man, that was a struggle bus, man. That was a struggle bus. Yes, sir, it's 9 a.m. Hey, don't forget to sign up for the extended warranty on your QR code. Hey, John, you are causing my physical pain. Oh, well, that's what I'm here for, folks. At least 1 hour a week. Oh, we're already over the hour. So we've got about 20 minutes left for your physical pain, and then it'll be all over. So let's replace now the QR code that I had in here with a new one. So, but first, do your due diligence, folks. Downloads. This is called Bird Dog QR Where. I am going to. All right, hot take. I hate the right click options in Windows 11. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see the right click options, that little like short form they give you. I hate that. I hate it. Windows, I hate it. Please do away with that. you can right click and then say show more options, and then the menu that everyone loves and knows is there. Don't try and make it look. No, stop. Stop. You decided that this was going to be your look long ago, and now you're trying to do something else with it, and I hate it. So please can I does anybody know in Windows 11 if I could turn that off? If you right click on a file and then you boom, look at that. But the where are you from is incredibly tiny now. The words burnt lame. Does anybody know how to turn that off? Because I really just want to go back. Dang it. Why are those words so small? I can't even read those. That sucks. All right. So maybe I should not have put the words. QR code. Can we edit this? Edit content. Next. No. Okay. Here we go. Shape and form frames. That's what I want to change. Change the frame. And we're going to say oh, that's interesting. Frames, but I just don't want to say anything. I just leave it as is. Yep. Okay, save this. No words there. I just want to. What do you mean loading? Something went wrong. Maybe it's because I didn't put words in there. Frames. No, but I want. Jeez. They need a border option, is what they need. There we go. Okay, so download now, PNG. Let's change this to here. Downloads. And then Twitch files. Okay, cool. So now there it is. It's a little, changed it around a little bit. Got rid of those words because that was not working. Here, general, change, browse. This one, say. All right, now, can you scan that? Is that big enough for you to scan with your phone without going full screen? So if I do it back here, QR link. All right, so it doesn't take me directly there. It looks like it's passing through this website, which I'm not a huge fan of, although 3 scans. So somebody's using it. That's a redirect, right? All right, so let's go to this and let's say QR's active. I guess I'll save this under bird dog stuff for now. Bird dog. There we go. And let me know in the chat whether or not that's working. All right, back to the chat. Here we go. You're causing me pain. Hey, John. What does it mean when you get the bird dog logo when using a P200? That usually means that the baseboard did not update. That's what that means. How about using Bitly? Perhaps. The bird dog logo, yes. Show more options. Totally agree. It's just awful. John, they're going to charge you a subscription on that code. They will? Why would they charge? Seriously, don't use it, please. You're just handing a third party free analytics. Oh, I see. I can. Okay, don't want to anymore. Read my comments. Okay. Fair enough. And yes, it appears that is happening. So let's that was fun that that little site worked, but I guess it's not a great idea. So let's deviate from that path to save Angus from losing his cool. So I'm going to go in here and say delete this, and then I'm going to account settings, and I'm going to billing invoices. You need to upgrade your subscription in order to pay for these. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm not going to upgrade anything. And I'm going to delete my account now. All right, that's gone. Okay, so the other option is Bitly, which is what it's actually been suggested more than once by Josh. And we're going to go to QR code. Here's the link. Sign up and get. Oh, geez. What is with these? What about Bitly though? Are they gonna do the same thing? Create a new account? Oh, I hate this. I just hate anything that is. Here's your QR code. No, that looks like crap. That looks like crap. I don't want that. Get out of here. How do I edit this? Edit this content. No. I don't like it. I don't like it. Because they can. Once you scan it so many times, they'll ask you to pay for it. Dynamic generation in vMix is the way to go. Thank you. I'll send you one. You'll send me one what? So, okay, dynamic generation in vMix? Or, vMix. Yes, I don't know, apparently. So let's see what we're talking about here. Let's find out what we can create and videos, titles. Let's browse. All right, this is something I'm going to have to look into, I guess, because clearly I don't know enough about this. And I'm learning all the time with vMix that I don't know very much. So there you go. Not surprising. Not surprising. I sent you one on Teams. Oh boy, Teams. What is that? What is Teams? Yep. All right, here we go. Josh has sent something over to me. I'm going to look at it, make sure it's not spam. Yes, this is the similar one that I got from Bitly. And I just don't like it because I can't edit it very much. It's basically just stuck. Like, why do I have to have the Bitly logo on there? Is it because I have I'm not paying for my account? Is that the deal? And then when I say, oh, modify design. Okay. Here we go. Edit. More. They're all locked. All of it they're all locked. Okay, so then like if I say something like scan me, it can't change the frame color, that's locked. Yeah, they want me to update for sure or upgrade for sure. Yes, I see how you made this. Can't change the frame color? That's lame. And okay. Yeah, so it's not quite as it's not quite the same as I was hoping for, but it is free, you know? So I'll have to have a lesson in this dynamic conversation. Let's paste this here because I would be interested to know more about that. So I'll add the logo. So picky. GIMP, MS Paint, Photoshop, Inkscape, or any number of other options could do a lot of the heavy lifting here. It's true. All right, Josh is gonna send me one with a logo, so I should, I guess, log into Teams here. All right. The Vistaprint link is free. It allows you to customize on step 2. Ooh, Vistaprint. I have done some stuff in Vistaprint before. Let's see what their offerings are. If we sign in, I'm not too sure why. Let's see what we can do here. All right, so the QR code generator. Look at this. Create a QR code. All right, here, let's have a little look-see. Is it? I think it's this one. Yeah. So here we are. Open a website, enter your name or your website link. Oh, did it lose it? Oh, come on now. Create. Boom. Okay. Create QR code. Ready? Is that how you spell customize? I don't think so. So we can make it green. Josh thinks I should make it green. Yeah, these sorts of, I like this, I think. I don't know. Images, upload this. So bird dog icon. And then add. Okay, that's cute. All right, what about, I think I'll go black because then the green on the inside is, ooh, invert. What does that mean? That's cool. All right, done. Oh, wait. That's it? Hang on. It's on step 2. Then shapes. There we go. Circles. Done. Download. Look at that. That's a beaut. That's probably as good as it's going to get. Ooh, and Josh sent me one too. Okay. So let's jump back here. And let's throw some options in here. You guys can vote on which ones you like. Let me grab Josh's as well. Oh, okay. Close that. And Teams. And we're going to download that. Close this bit.ly window. Mine looks way better. Looks pretty sharp if I say so myself. Okay, so here we go. Let's replace the file. Oh, downloads. And we're going to copy this one and extract all. Extract. What are you talking about? It's empty. The Vistaprint site sent me a download. I said, download the thing, and it downloaded a folder that was empty. Let's try that again. QR codes. QR code generator. Wait, I gotta do this all over again? It didn't save it or anything? For crying out loud. What is the story? Shapes. Circles. image. Come on. There she is. All right. Done. Save. Why? Why does this take so long? There we go. Now, download. Whoops, something unexpected happened. Sorry for the hiccup. Okay, let's try again. Download. Something unexpected happened. Okay, so Vistaprint is out for now. I liked it, but mine looks way better. Add the new input and you can have them side by side. Well, there you go. Just use mine. You're so pushy, Josh. This is my show. Get off me. All right, so we're gonna move those now from the downloads folder. Gosh, I hate that new. Cut that. And we're gonna paste this in here. Paste. Show more options. Paste. And we're gonna call this QR Josh, because that is Josh's QR. And then I'm gonna go into. All right, so here's what I'm going with for now, until we decide. Yoink. And QR Josh. There we go. Say okay. All right. Here is the one that Josh sent. It looks nice. I will give him that. So fancy. So now, the only catch is Josh actually doing this to gather data on my show? Open in Safari. Here we go. It took me to... Wait, what now? Oh, yeah, see, no, this is not for... don't send a boy. So this isn't supposed to go to Bird Dog John. This is supposed to go to the survey. That's what this is for. I should have been clearer in my instructions. Should have been clearer. It's the wrong link. But now you all can be redirected to me. Yeah, okay, well, can't use it. Oh, well, where's the link? The link is this. Oh, why? Why does that expire? I don't understand. It is this link. That's the full link to the where are you from document. I can adjust it and just keep the QR code. Okay. Well, there you go. I thought it would change the pattern on the QR code. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, all that to say, folks, here, I'll put this one up again just for the time being. If you scan that QR code, it will take you to a document which will ask what country and what city are you closest to, and your little pin will appear here on the interwebs, here right on the Bird Dog John show. Whoops. That's supposed to be full screen. And that's not full screen. There we go. And yeah, your little dot will appear, and it's usually pretty quick. So this is part of like thinking through the details of a live show. This is the real deal. This is like the ins and outs that people don't want to talk about. But it's definitely part of it where you have to figure out what the deal is. Okay, so this is Josh's. He says it's now fixed. So we're going to go there. Whoops. Oh, man. I'm terrible at this. There we go. It is now opening that Google Doc. So the only scary thing now is, do I trust Josh to not change it while I'm not paying attention? Which means now I have to check it every time. No, thanks, Josh. I appreciate it. Very helpful. And it looks So much better than what it was. It's larger so that people can actually get to it, and it's very useful. So always good, always good. Curious. We've been kind of waiting around to see if there's been an announcement about anything here on a different company, and I don't see anything yet, but I could be wrong. So we'll wait and see what the deal is there. Maybe we'll talk about that on Thursday. I suspect we'll have to, actually, because it is 12:26, which means I need to be wrapping this up. I am coming up on, and nothing yet. Okay. So I am coming up on 12:30, and my whole day is basically just completely booked. So I am going to get on with it, grab something to eat because I'm quite hungry. Oh, and we didn't do snacks on stream. We definitely need to do snacks on stream because I actually have a snacks on stream today, and it needs to be done. So let's run this real quick, and I will share with you, as I'm kind of wrapping things up, I'll share with you how that's going.
John's just making up stuff to start drama.
Look, I don't know.
Look at him.
Wish me luck, folks. It's my first Vegemite experience.
Final, this is like cheese flavor or something. It doesn't really look too appetizing.
Good golly, this is something else, man.
Here's the thing about Pop Rocks, and I don't know if I'm the only one like this. Pop Rocks have always been a social experience for me.
I did not think that is what you were going to say. That's hilarious.
That is awful. Oh, gosh, that's so bad. Jeez. Holy smokes, man.
Yep. Snacks on the stream coming back for another episode. And today we have a mystery box supplied by Bird Dog Brighton. And I'm excited to find out what this is. So let's take a quick look. We have beef jerky. Oh, it's inappropriate beef jerky, but it's hot garlic, and it has what looks like a very angry. I think it's supposed to be a bull. On the front. Beef jerky, 19 grams of protein, high protein, no nitrates, no MSGs, and serving size is 1.6 ounces, which is one container. So that's pretty cool. Let's find out.
That's pretty neat.
What the story is here while we wrap things up. So we're 0 for 1 on tearing the bag. All right. Ooh, you can definitely smell it. That's for sure. I'm going to read the ingredients off in just a second because I do love me some beef jerky. I eat a lot of dried meat options quite often as snacks and stuff. So it looks pretty good. And I'll put it on this camera so you can see, but it looks quite good. Smells good. Clearly there is some sort of sugar. Yes. So teriyaki sauce, big fan. Okay, got it. Water, vinegar, sugar, garlic powder, onion powder, brown sugar, sugar and molasses. Oh my goodness. Honey, pineapples, more sugar. Liquid smoke, granulated garlic, granulated onions, black pepper, ginger, cayenne pepper, crushed red pepper, granulated garlic. So I'm pretty sure they're doing whatever they can to kill me. So it's supposed to be hot. We're going to find out after we shut down the show. Whoa. Yeah, so that is a lot of flavor. Not spicy. Quite sweet, actually. But not spicy. I can definitely taste the pineapple. Interesting. It's quite good.
John's just making up.
Sorry, I'm a big fan of that so far. It is very sweet. I'm not used to beef jerky with like being that sugary, but it's not super high in calories. It is 9 grams of sugar, 13 grams of carbs total, so that's not low. But if we were to Google this and share screen, share this, and look up the option here for this product. Okay, so here we go. So let's share this with you. So Amazon carries the actual brand, which is this one. And let's take a look at the storefront for the brand. Okay. So 1.6 ounce pack, which is what this is. All right. You can get it for almost $50. That's a pack of 15. Which, what does that make this? Like, well, $3 a bag, which isn't terrible. Oh, and then $9 delivery. So it's not bad. In terms of price, what is this? Death by jerky? What does that mean? Is it spicy? Is it... Here's the thing about naming your products, folks. Ooh, somebody says it's very hot. It should probably... Careful, this is hotter than most folks can take. Well, that's intriguing. Best taste heat jerky I've ever had. I've ordered jerky numerous times over the past 7 years. I've always placed it above all others, comparing taste and heat. This is still the best tasting, with an awesome heat. Extremely satisfying. My review has changed from 5 to 3 because of quality and price. It used to be $19.99 plus $10 for a large bag of hot jerky. This order is close to $40 for still a very delicious taste, but every single piece has been a stringy chew jaw workout with a mandatory toothpick or floss nearby. Wowzers. I'm not getting that from this, but interesting. It is good. It's very good. You can definitely taste the pineapple. And maybe it's like the pineapple and the honey. It's just very sweet, which is fun. Is this the... This is just hot garlic. So what's this Hawaiian teriyaki bag? I assume it's, again, not heat. This is not hot, necessarily. $120? Like, in what world is that? Is somebody paying that? Yeah, so this one is hot garlic, which doesn't even appear to be on this list. Oh, where did you get this? This is from Brayton. Brayton, where'd you pick this up? It's very strange. They're having technical difficulties. Are you serious? On their live stream, they are? Well, now I want to know what the other stream is about. Any truth to pod being released soon? B&H says expected availability in the winter. Now they say winter? I have no idea where they're getting their information. Josh would know. Sean, I ordered one from the AV shop a while back, and they keep sending update emails saying release date to be a month away. I won't believe a word of it until John says it here. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, don't believe a word of it yet. I would really rather it just say no ETA rather than constantly making stuff up. It's true. Sweet jerky is odd. You can discuss that with them, Angus. That's not a bad idea. I agree with you. Just stop making stuff up. If it isn't available for a pre-order, why show the product at all? So, I would email those guys that you ordered them from and say, hey, we discussed this with Bird Dog directly, and that's not accurate. So why is that up there? I get the feeling that you and I aren't most people when it comes to heat tolerance. Yeah, fair enough. Eek, there's a UPS truck on my street. Know what that means? Hey, gang, it's raining here in Houston. First time in many weeks. It's true. Welcome back, Michael. Welcome, Michael. Valero gas station in Leonard. Oh, I know that gas station. I know it very well. Totally serious. Yeah, I wouldn't. I would get back to that retailer and say, where'd you get that information? Because we just talked to Bird Dog guys live on the Bird Dog show, and they're not saying that. They're not willing to say that. But maybe they're getting information from somebody else in the company that I'm unaware of. Yeah. Crazy stuff. This is good. Is it? Well, I don't have to ask that question. I can find out for myself. It's not local. Stillwater, New York. So it's not even a local thing. So I'm surprised Valero in Leonard, Michigan has it, because that's an obscure gas station. But hey, do I dare ask what the price was? Speaking of release dates, any news on the Play update? I'd love to actually be able to use it. We have a release candidate you're welcome to try, for sure. Yeah, just reach out to my guys. Help at birddog.tv. They can get you the latest stable one that we're allowed to give you. My old studio is still rock solid, and it would be nice to add the Play to that mix. What's up, Angus? Yeah, for sure, reach out to help, because we have a stable-ish like release candidate, but it's beta, right? So you need to definitely take that with a grain of salt. Sean, that's the one I know of. I know I was testing a later one. I don't know if I'm cleared to send that out yet, but my agents might be, because they talk to people as well. So, yeah, it's pretty solid. I agree. Will do. I've had generally poor performance of my Play on a currently public firmware. It won't decode full fat NDI without stuttering and being generally awful. Yeah, use RC5, which is like 20 firmware 26 or 24 or something like that. It's a first gen unit, no vents. Yeah, this RC5 candidate can help with it. I've seen it because I have several first gens here, so it does help. But ask them for a link to that firmware and give it a go, and let us know, obviously, how it goes, because we're having pretty good success rates with giving it to people to try. So, yeah, give it a try. We are offering a replacement program. Yes, we are going to offer that. But that's not for me to announce here. Anybody using the Android TV app yet? Yeah, we have it here in the office. What say you, Michael? And welcome back to the show. It's been a while. All the way from Houston. And if we want, we can take a quick little look over there. Look at that heat map. Thanks for checking in, everybody. That's what the QR code's for, which is this one right here. That whole debacle with the QR code and Josh. You scan that QR code, it'll take you to this just a little Google form, I guess. And it'll ask you two questions, really easy. The first is, what country and what city are you in? That's it. If you hit submit, your dot will appear on the map, and everything else is pretty much implied. Where is that link? I couldn't get it to display 1080p. Ticket opened. Excellent. They'll get on it. I promise you. Where is that link? What are you referring to? The link for RC5? Don't worry, my guys have it. Won't muddy up the chat with that. All right. I posted the RC5 link. Oh, did it get fished out? Oh, the KB article. Okay, there you go. So it's on the knowledge database. If you just can't wait. Which, Angus, you might fall into that category. I don't know. All right, guys. Well, I have a hard stop at 1 o'clock, but I need to actually tidy up some loose ends before that. And that is 18 minutes and 30 seconds away. So I do need to kind of wrap that up and make that happen. So one quick last look here at our heat map. That's amazing. Thank you, everybody, for coming along and playing the game. We reset this every week, and yeah, we have a... Well, that's weird that it says StreamYard is sharing. I don't like that. Let's go like this. So, but yeah, it's always fun to see where you guys are hanging out. It looks like most of our population lives on near the coast of some line or on a border. Close to the border. But yeah, it's always good. Feel free to reach out to my team between now and Thursday at help@birddog.tv. That is the place that tickets can be opened. You can get support from Bird Dog agents. We reply. I actually had a guy today tell me, he said, I'm having an NDI problem, but you guys are the only ones that respond to tickets. And I was like, yes, that's exactly what I want to hear, because I want to set a precedent that when you reach out to Bird Dog, we will reciprocate. We do a really good job, I think. Our turnaround time on tickets being opened and also keeping conversations going until they're resolved is really high. And so I want to assure you that if you open a ticket, you can get the attention of a Bird Dog ticketing agent. I work in this office. I run the office. And so if it's a major issue, they're going to involve me. We have a repair technician that we can talk to. We have Heartlines engineers, all of that stuff. So you definitely need to reach out to help@birddog.tv. Try the system out, see if it works. We also have a web form that you can use if you'd rather. And that's over on birddog.tv/ticket, I believe. And so if you want to, jump over there and fill out that web form, that'll generate the ticket for you. And just put in your email address, and then we'll correspond with you through that email. But I definitely want you to give us a chance with the help desk stuff. If you have a question between now and Thursday, ask help@birddog.tv for some assistance. If you can wait till Thursday, come back here from 11 to 12 right on the birddogjohn.tv show, and we are happy to chat with you, talk about your NDI installs, talk about your challenges, your successes, where things went wrong, what to try next time. We really want to come alongside you with that as well, because I really think that this sort of thing is pretty unique in a lot of companies, but it's pretty unique to have basically a free, come and go type of situation where somebody's waiting around to answer those questions or field those at least, or figure out how to help. So we do some tutorial stuff some days. We do some chatting some days. We put the show together. I mean, that's what what this was, right? It was us basically trying to get the show, get that element a little bit more aligned. And so, yeah, we're learning all the time. And I'm going to see what the resolution of this recorded show looks like later on today, if it's improved or not. If it's not, I'm going to go back to 1080 because it's a lot less taxing on the system. But if it's improved in terms of the quality, that would be amazing. But yeah, we want to make this available to you and also fumble through it and show you that, hey, we're people too, and we're figuring it out as we go. So that is part of the whole desire of what it is that we're up to. All right, guys. Well, just like Angus says, have a great day, everyone. It is always a pleasure to visit with you. And yeah, we love to hang out. So be sure to join us at least twice a week from 11 to 12, Tuesdays and Thursdays right here in the Eastern time zone in the U.S. At birddogjohn.tv. We like to hang out and do all that together. And hopefully you'll make a plan If you go to birddogjohn.tv, be sure you subscribe. That helps me out greatly. Shows people that, shows like my bosses, for example, that this is a thing that works, and people are paying attention and are tuning in. So it's always nice to have you along. If you'd reach out and do that for me, that'd be great. If you don't want to, oh, that's fine. It's your choice. So, but hopefully you'll join us again on Thursday, 11 o'clock Eastern time, right here on birddogjohn.tv. And we will plan to hang out again for at least an hour and talk about whatever you want. So be well. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And we'll see you soon. Bye, guys.
Everything's coming up Millhouse.
Kids, you tried your best, and you failed miserably. The lesson is, never try.